I need to say something that I think a lot of moms are afraid to admit. Sometimes I feel guilty for wanting to be more than just a mom. Not because I don't love my kids. I would do anything for my kids. And if you guys have been here for a while, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that. You know how much I love my kids. But because somewhere along the way, I lost myself. I disappeared. And motherhood makes it easy for that to happen. I definitely don't think I'm the only one. In fact, I know for a fact I'm not the only one. I think this is a very common experience in motherhood. But do you remember the version of you before you had kids? I do sometimes. I get glimpses of her, but I lost her for a long time. But I remember when I used to know exactly who I was. I remember I was so full of life and I had all this personality and I had all these opinions and I had all these hobbies I was very active in, and I had style, dreams, spontaneity. I got dressed because I wanted to, not because I was trying to get kids ready for school drop off or because I was trying to rush out the door to get to work. I missed her. I lost her for a long time because motherhood slowly becomes your identity if you let it. And I think we're told from an early age that once you become a mother, that's it. That's who you are, period. End of story. Nothing else. And no one warns you that it doesn't happen overnight. It's not an instantaneous thing, but it's something that still slowly creeps up on you. And one tiny sacrifice at a time for years, and then you look back and go, what happened? Where'd I go? And I know for me, I became so good at taking care of everyone else that I forgot to take care of myself. I stopped taking care of myself. I made sure that everybody had everything that they needed. I didn't leave anything for myself because that's what I was taught to, that's what I was told to do. So society tells you to do. You sacrifice, especially as a woman, but definitely as a mother, you sacrifice everything for your kids, period. And then you see this epidemic of mothers with horrible anxiety, horrible depression, who are having these midlife crises where they're like, who the hell am I? Who the fuck am I? Like, what have I been doing for the last, 10, 15 years? And there's nothing wrong with being a mother. Again, please don't get it twisted. Men love to come on my channel and be like, you are so attention seeking and you're this and you're that. And I just think it's so funny that for years as a mom, I have had small children since 2015. That's a long time. It's over 10 years. And for over 10 years, I disappeared. I went into myself. I was a stay-at-home mom. I didn't go anywhere, didn't do anything. My sole purpose was to take care of my kids. And I just think it's so funny that when women start to come out of that, because for me, I started to come out of that, and people automatically want to go, you're attention seeking. You're trying to just get attention. Because I decided that I wanted to do something small for myself. And that's what fuels the mom guilt in this society, is people just like, you're not supposed to do that. And you know what? Putting yourself last doesn't serve anyone. Worrying about the judgment of others doesn't serve anyone. Who cares? It's just noise. It's like I say in my other videos, it's just noise. People get so loud when their idea of something is challenged. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to. You're allowed to do what you want to do. But before I came to that realization, I let guilt consume me. I even felt guilty wanting to become someone new. I felt guilty wanting to start this channel. I felt guilty wanting to take time away from my family in order to do something like this for myself. I know other mothers feel the same way. I know other mothers have been there, feeling guilty buying clothes, feeling guilty going to the gym, feeling guilty sitting alone, feeling guilty saying no. And isn't that wild? That we're feeling guilty for saying no. We're feeling guilty for going to the gym, doing something for ourselves. I had the realization that my kids don't actually benefit from me disappearing. My kids don't benefit from me making myself invisible. My kids don't benefit from me putting myself last. They deserve to know the real me. They deserve to look back and go, my mom showed me who she was. I know exactly who my mother is. I know so many of us look back at our parents, especially as adults, and we go like, holy shit, I didn't even know. I knew nothing about my parents. I knew nothing about them. What were their personal lives like or whatever? And they're like, I don't know. So many people don't know their parents, and I don't want that for my kids. My kids don't benefit from that. I want them to see the real me. I want them to see me laugh. I want them to see me be happy. I want them to see me go to therapy. I want them to see me bettering myself in that way. I want them to see me respect myself by doing things like this, by setting boundaries, by going after my dreams, by being creative in ways that I want to be creative and doing these things because I want to help people. I want other people to feel like it's okay to be themselves too. And I want my kids to see that. I want my kids to know the real me, not just the exhausted, burnt out, overstimulated, depressed version. I don't want that to be what they remember from their childhood. And a lot of people are going to want to tell you, and they won't say it like this, but a lot of people are going to want to tell you in so many words that finding yourself is selfish. It isn't. I guarantee you I'm going to get comments on this video that are like, well, you chose to have kids, so you're going to imagine having kids and not feeling guilty because whatever. I'm going to have so many bullshit comments on this video, I promise you, from people trying to make you feel small, trying to make me feel small, trying to make you feel like you should be small and live small. People get loud when you challenge their idea of something. But finding yourself isn't selfish. It isn't. Okay? You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to come back to yourself. You're allowed to be you and a mother. I'm allowed to be Allie Green and a mother. I'm allowed to want to create content and be a mother. I'm allowed to have my own hobbies and my own interests and be a mother. I'm allowed to go on drives by myself listening to music because I had a bad day and be a mother. And if anything, all those things are just going to make me a better mom because I'm going to be happier. And you can be too. You don't have to let people make you feel small. You don't have to let people put you in a box. Don't let them do it. For me, finding myself looks like continuing therapy. I started a new kind of therapy a few months ago, and it's ketamine therapy. So I got with a clinician and a therapist, and it's like it's microdosing ketamine basically, and then you talk to your therapist and do integration stuff in between the sessions. And it's been life-changing. I'll probably do a whole other video about it if you guys are interested, but basically you can do a quick Google search, but I'll deep dive into it in the video that I end up doing about it. But ketamine basically, especially if you're doing the integrations in between the sessions, it rewires your brain. It repairs neural pathways in your brain and helps you heal from trauma and helps you make different choices. Basically, it helps ease depression and anxiety because it's repairing those broken neural pathways from trauma. It's been life-changing for me, truly. So finding myself included that. It also included regular talk therapy that I have been doing for forever. It included buying the clothes that I wanted to buy. It included finding my own style again, wearing the heels. I hadn't been wearing heels in forever, and I've been trying to wear heels at least once a week to feel more feminine, feel more like myself again. Reading the book that I've been telling myself I was going to read for forever so that I could talk to my friend about it. Finding myself has been looking like doing my makeup, even when I don't have anywhere to go. Finding myself has looked like me making content and me doing stuff like this because it's topics that I wish that I would have had, videos that I wish that I would have had years ago, and I want to put it out there for people like me who need it. I want to be that beacon of light for other women and other mothers so that they can watch this. Hopefully you're watching this and going like, thank God I'm not the only one. Thank God I'm not a shitty person. You're not a shitty person for wanting to be you and also a mom. You're not. It's fine. It's normal. People are going to want to be shitheads about it, probably. You'll see them in the comments. But those people suck and they need to get a brain. Don't worry about that. It's just noise. So what I've learned is through this journey, and I'll continue to learn, I'll probably make another one of these in 3 to 5 years that looks totally different. But for now, what I've learned is your children are a huge part of your identity, but they're not your entire identity. You're allowed to evolve and change over and over and over again. It's kind of the point of life, right? You should look back on yourself a year from now and be different. You should have grown and you should have evolved. And if you haven't, there's a problem. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to evolve. It is actually a requirement for life. Evolution and change is just part of it. And you're allowed to do it. You're allowed to change your mind. I want to emphasize the fact that taking care of yourself teaches your children how to take care of themselves one day. How you treat yourself teaches your children how to treat themselves. So make sure you're showing them what you wish you would have been shown. Make sure you're showing them how to love themselves, how to not lose themselves, how to respect themselves, how to set boundaries. Because taking care of yourself and doing those things in front of them teaches them how to do it. And I also learned that joy isn't something that you earn after everyone else is happy. You're allowed to feel joy in the meantime. You're allowed to feel joy in the middle of it all. And actually, if you do, it's better for your kids if they see you feeling the joy. They're going to feel that from you. They want that from you. Your kids want you happy, truly. Joy isn't something that you earn after everyone else is happy. You're allowed to make people happy and also include yourself in that. You're allowed to make yourself happy while you're making other people happy. I think somewhere along the way we were taught that being a mom means disappearing, means losing yourself, means putting everyone before you and putting yourself last all the time. I don't believe that anymore, and I hope you don't either. Because again, I think being a good mom means showing your children how to have dreams. I think being a good mom means showing your children how to have boundaries, how to laugh, how to grow, how to evolve, how to become. Maybe finding yourself isn't taking something away from your family. Maybe it's not taking anything away from your family. Maybe finding yourself and coming back to yourself is the greatest gift that you could give them. And just maybe it's time we stop feeling guilty for becoming ourselves again. What's one piece of yourself you've been trying to find again? Tell me in the comments, because I feel like a lot of us are walking this road together. So what's one thing? Is it confidence? Is it creativity? Is it style? Is it your sense of humor? Is it your quiet time, your taste in music? Something else entirely? Drop it in the comments, let me know so we can talk about it. And if you guys are interested in other ways that I've tried to get past mom guilt, please let me know, because I can do a whole other video on very specific ways that for me that I've worked on it. And also if you guys are interested in the ketamine video, in the ketamine therapy, information about that, let me know, because I have a lot to talk about when it comes to that too. So moms, you don't have to feel guilty. I know it's always going to be a part of who we are as mothers. It's always going to be a part of who we are as people. The guilt is always going to be there in some way, shape, or form. But it's okay to find yourself again. It's okay to come back to yourself. And it's okay to give yourself permission to feel joy in the meantime. I love you. Bye.